What's happening, everybody? Alright, today is Thursday, 7th of August. We are currently heading northbound on Interstate 5. Not quite into, I think Buttonwillow or whatever that town is called, area. We're coming up on State Route 43. This is where we're actually going to exit I-5.
Take the exit.
I don't need your help. I already know exactly how to get there. I just have this up for distance and ETA figuring, and that's it. Pretty simple from here. We're just going to take 43 straight up into Shafter, make a right onto 7th Standard Road, turn right, and not too far down the road, I don't know, a couple miles or so, we'll make a left. There will be a traffic light there. Follow that up, and that goes into the complex where the Walmart distribution center is. That's where we'll be going today. You guys have seen me go there before, but this is the first time I think I've ever gone there via this particular route. I ended up taking the 210 freeway across from the drop yard and came across the Grapevine. I normally avoid the Grapevine though, because there's too much truck traffic there, a lot of CHP activity, you know, California Highway Patrol. And it's just generally frustrating going that way because, you know, stupid special truck speed limits and, you know, whatnots. I usually go across 138 into what we call the Antelope Valley, and come through Bakersfield and get on the 7th Standard Road from Highway 99 instead. But decided I want to go this way. It's the afternoon. I don't think Bakersfield usually has so much for traffic problems, at least on the northbound side coming in from the south. But I rarely am ever on 99 south of Highway 58 in Bakersfield either. So I could be pleading. Might have to plead ignorance on that. Maybe there can be traffic there. I don't recall normally seeing much for traffic delays. But whatever the case, just felt like going this way. Really, is what it boiled down to. So it was. I'm not sure it was really much any longer. It only changed my ETA by maybe 2 or 3 minutes to go this way, and don't have to deal with whatever circus we have going on in Bakersfield to get there. Alright, so yeah, last video I did, what was that, yesterday? Yeah, the Santa Fe Springs delivery. I talked about how my son Bradley had an appointment to test for his learner's permit. I want to give you guys an update on that. And unfortunately, he didn't even get a chance to test. And here's the craziness about it. Alright, so he doesn't have any proof of residency. I mean, he moved back to live with us, but he doesn't get any mail that proves that he lives with us. And now we had his social security card, we had his birth certificate, but his birth certificate says I'm the dad and my ex-wife is the mom, and my ex-wife lives in Oklahoma. So enter problem number 2, whatever. My current wife, Dora, pretty much all the utilities, I think all but the Verizon bill, are in my wife's name. So all of the bills we get that show that our current address is where it is, has my wife's name on it, not mine, except for Verizon. And I just didn't know that I was going to need it, so I didn't have a printed copy of it to work with. And on top of that, my vehicle registration for my car, I swore I did an update in the system for when we moved from the burnt down house to the one we're in now. It turns out that's still registered to the old address. I swore I updated it in the system. I don't know why it's still showing my old address, and and it doesn't help my my license. My physical license still shows the burnt down house on the address on it, but in the system, I know for sure I updated it, that one. But that creates other problems here with the Hirschbach's compliance department and correspondence that gets mailed to me and stuff. So anyway, we had I wasn't made aware before that based on all these details, that I was going to need a copy of my marriage license, marriage certificate, whatever you want to call it, to prove that there's a connection between my son and my wife via my marriage to my wife. Because otherwise there's nothing to solidly connect him to her. And weren't able to even do the test at all, unfortunately. So I'm pretty bummed about that. I was hoping to, and he was looking forward to it. I pulled him out of school just to do that, only to have all that happen. So now I got to set up a new appointment for him and make sure I have my marriage certificate with me, as well as the other documents we previously had, and see if that works. So yeah. Bradley, sorry we had that bad experience. I know you're looking forward to it. I hope we can get you set up next time. Alright. I don't know there was much else I was going to talk about here. So, I figured I'd at least give you guys an update on that. Might put some music on here now, and if anything gets blocked, I'll accelerate it 5 times or so. So, come on. No, we're not gonna do this shit. I'm not pulling this fucking shit, dude. You guys gonna fucking railroad me, you can go fuck yourselves. That ain't gonna happen. What happened there? Westbound side of 58 there is blocked for something. There's a car in the middle of the road, facing diagonally or whatever. Anyway, alright, let me get some music on, and we're 12 miles out. We'll get to the customer as soon as we can.
Wake me
Bluetooth mode to get it back.
some things you can't hide. I wanna know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind.
We got the last 2 miles to the customer here. I'm not sure how long this road's been open. Maybe it's been open a while. I've never used this part, Baker Hughes and JTI. I know there's a road over here, the one that Walmart's actually on. For a while that was not open, and I think it's open now. This whole complex here is not that old. The Walmart DC itself has only been there, I don't know, maybe a few years now. I remember when it opened. I didn't really feel like it's been that long, but at the same time, I've come here enough times that maybe it's been a little longer than I recall. But yeah, it was brand new when I first started coming to it. Alright, looks like good Amazon DC right there. Okay, so up in the distance there, I don't know how much of that is cloud layer or how much of it's smoke from I forget the name of the fire. There's a huge fire that started on the north side of Highway 166 between Santa Maria and I guess I would call it Taft or Mariposa area. It is so huge. It's almost 100,000 acres burned now, and that is a lot. We get a lot of wildfires here in California, as you might know, but most of them don't even get half that large. It's unusual for them to hit over 100,000 acres, but we've had some that have been well over that too. That massive one that tore up like Redding Lake Shasta area a few years back. I know that I recall that one burning at least 150,000 acres. Might have been even more. I want to say it might have been pushing 250,000. And I think that was one of the biggest wildfires in California history too. So that kind of tells you something about how big 100,000 acres is. I've not really heard much about any casualties or anything like that. If there are, I just don't know. Hopefully not. I haven't paid the greatest deal of attention to that fire. We've had some others over in my area. Gold fire, just north of Big Bear. That's still burning. It's not nearly as big as that one, but it's taken a while to take care of it. And there's another one east of him, in between Hemet and Palm Springs. I forget what they called that one, but that seemed like it was actually more active than the gold fire. So hopefully get a handle on all that. Sad thing is, a lot of those fires get started by arsonists, and a lot of those fires are even, some of those fires are even started by firefighters themselves, just wanting work to do, basically. Pretty sad, isn't it? We just had another one right there by the Colton Riverside border yesterday in the Santa Ana riverbed, and then I guess it jumped onto the south side of the river. It's like Santa Ana riverbed, and it was pretty close to Riverside Avenue. They actually called it the Riverside Fire. I was like, yeah, wow, the riverbed, huh? I wonder who started that one, homeless people. Because there are homeless people who live in that riverbed there. So I'm almost certain that one was started by homeless people. But thankfully, I think they got that one under control. Alright guys, we are checked in. We got a dock door assignment. Door 413 will be right over here on the north end of the lot. Yeah, second door from the end actually. Right next to the Swift truck that I think he's getting ready to dock in. Can't tell. He's got his doors closed. He's outside the truck. Look like he's opening them. So, all right, that's where we'll be. The office will be over in the middle of the building. Let me come this way, I guess. I'll get turned around in a side direction. Get my doors open as well, and in a spot where I won't be in his way. Alright, let's get our tandem sliding doors open. Not here. Alright, slide these tandems. May need to wait for Swift because he's going to have to disconnect from his trailer, and I don't really want to be. Yeah, he's outside his truck getting ready to disconnect now. I'll get in position, but I'm not going to go back there and put my trailer back in the area where he's at until he's back in his tractor. It's not safe, not a good habit. I mean, just want to at least offset and be in a position, and I'll wait from there. I saw the, I think a loader or something over there. Yeah, unloader, he's got the flat hand lock. He's getting ready to install it right now, so we'll wait for both of them. Don't need to be in a rush to get in the door. Don't need to put other people's lives in danger for because we're in a hurry. Should be all right. He's gonna pull forward, but I think we'll be all right here. Yeah. All right, looking good here. Guys, so in the interest of keeping the video quick, shorter and to the point, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up here. Appreciate you guys watching. Go Birds, right now their first preseason game is on as well, so I'm going to get checked in and probably get to watching it. So, alright, you guys all have a good day. Appreciate you watching, and tomorrow I'll be doing a load Riverside in the evening, so I don't really anticipate doing a vlog on that. If I do, I might do like a shorter one or something. That's about it. So, alright, that's all I got though. Appreciate you guys watching. You guys have a great day. We'll see you next time.